Mm. Oh my goodness. Let me get this cover. I want to make this drop before I go to bed. Oh my goodness. Ooh, it's cold, honey. It is cold. Excuse me. I have some things to say, honey. Before I end the night. I'm gonna end this morning. I mean, I am so perplexed, right? How does the coaches his team with recycled information that's already common knowledge, and the opponent doesn't care if it is common knowledge or not, right? Like, what is going on, right? Like, what is going on? I've never seen people try to hold shit over people's head, blackmail people, whatever, over shit that the person that you're trying to blackmail, hold shit over their head, don't even care. Yeah, I mean, they want me to care about people. I don't. They want me to care about situations. I don't. I mean, it is so weird to me, right? Weird to me. I told you what you need to do to get to me. I told you that, you know. But check this out right here. See how this works out. But now if I go ask for verification of the actual number of spouses people have versus what they said they have, or their correct names and shit like that, motherfuckers may start to bite their motherfucking lip and shit, you know? Hell, maybe I should put up another Soul Train scramble board and shit and see how that works out, right? I mean, I've never seen a bunch of reckless and or scandalous people in my life, right? Like, I'm the security for my life, right? On top of having agency, okay, I'm the security of my life, okay? And my loved ones. I care about what the people they hang around, like their friends and stuff, you know. I care about their family, and I care about what my exes think of me, right? So I care about what they think of me as well as the people they hang around. You understand what I'm saying? With that being a condition for me fucking with you, I'm very particular about who I fuck with. That's just what it is. You don't believe it or not. So I'm not going to care. And I'm consistent. And those that know me knows that I am consistent. I'm very careful and cautious about who I allow in my motherfucking space, how I allow them, and what they are allowed to have access to. I mean, it is what it is, right? And, you know, I'll be right about that shit, right? But I haven't gotten into the story about somebody killing somebody with YouTube people, have I? If that just came out today, I don't think I threw it on the wall. So I need to get into that. But this shit is like deadly serious. I just, can't believe people's behavior. I'm gonna get to the R.Kelly shit last, but it is just so weird to me. And what's even more weird is that people don't find it, their behavior. All these motherfuckers is weird, right? Now here's the thing. I'm a fighter, right? So there's not gonna be too many times that someone's gonna fuck with me and I don't fight back. That's just not who I am. I have some of them Bourgeois friends and shit like that. They don't even be nowhere in matters like this and shit like that. The most confrontation they have is dealing with family or something like that. Other than that, they be like, no type of hood rat shit like this. But, I'm not going to apologize for being different. I thought I was normal. I don't think no one else should. You know, um, it is what it is. I mean, when I tell you, just look at them. Just booger nation. Booger nation. That's all you, just hood, ghetto booger nation. I mean, you have people that are trying to get in front of some shit that's on apology to them, all this shit, whatever. And I get it. But is it necessary? Right, to just continue to do shit without even knowing. I mean, they don't jump in front of you. Gonna jump in front of. You gonna jump on the train track and not even know if the train coming and shit. Like, what the hell? And what I mean by that, you gonna just jump on the train track, right? To stop it, and you don't even know the train coming. Who does that? That is the craziest shit. But if you follow the principles, right? And the values and whatever of what a person does when they seek to do the right thing. And we fall short every time, right? All the time. Not every time. But sometimes we fall short, depending on who you are. But for the most part, we usually have a window and some operating space, but not to choose to do the right thing, right? You know, you can sit and ponder it, right? Ain't like it's a split decision. Like it's just crazy to me, just crazy. And somehow I'm supposed to be the bad guy. No, that ain't gonna work out. That's not even believable, honey. That's not even believable. 'Cause I can go back everywhere I've been, honey. Right, I don't have nobody throwing apples at me. Like, get away, no. But yeah, that's so crazy to me. I mean, I just sat up here and watched a person insinuate as if they, were responsible for this R.Kelly press conference today and what went on. Like, what? Like, first of all, that attorney, Bo Brinley, he's in goddamn Chicago, isn't he? I don't know, child. I just wait. I mean, I couldn't find the paperwork. I was probably too sleepy. Somebody sent it to me. That'll be fine. I couldn't find a lawsuit, and I'm too sleepy to look. But just sick shit like that. All these people with this delusion, like that they can affect anything, especially when it comes to the case R.Kelly, all this. Like, it is just, this is nuts, honey. This is nuts. It is not that goddamn serious to me. Like, and to me, that this is indicative of people that were never in the in crowd, was never the it, the hit, the woman, the man, the shit, the nothing, honey. Because I'm telling you, they don't act like this. I'm telling you, they don't. They don't. Think I'm lying? Go find somebody in your family or your friend that has a resume of being on the football team, on the basketball team, the big man on campus. Y'all know what I mean, right? And see if they have some kind of delusion about themselves, some type of grandiosity or something. Yeah, like that is more than what they are. They have these powers that are only known to them and to no one else. And it cannot be used to do nothing. Like, that is crazy to me. Crazy to me, right? I'm looking like, what the hell? What the hell? Well, so I don't know really any information about this Kills thing, right? But I heard it read. And what I'm thinking, this is my opinion. I may be wrong, but it's just my opinion. So remember I told you, right, that R.Kelly needed some advocacy. He needed something to get in front of Trump, right? An application, of course, right? But he needs some advocacy. He needs something. I also told you that his appeal, his habeas, and his petition for a pardon, they can't contradict each other, right? Okay. Now, listen to this. It's my opinion. Okay. So remember Bonjean got off his civil lawsuit. Remember I posted it, got off his civil lawsuit. I believe that she got off his civil lawsuit because maybe she wasn't in agreement of the direction in which Mr. Kelly wanted to go. You understand what I'm saying? Because you got Bodette and signed on, right? You know how he gets down. And Bonjean and Bo, remember, had a little friction when they were co-counsel. Remember that? Because I was reading, I said, oh, they cutting each other. You know, that's what I'm saying. When you get that paperwork in the back end, that's when you read about all the infighting and all that extra shit, whatever, right? So, I believe she was like, I'm not with this him. This sounds crazy. And I also told you that it doesn't matter if it's an appeal, review. Appeal is a review, but habeas, Supreme, whatever it is, the petition or what have you, it always have to be a proper legal argument. Regardless that the habeas will allow you to argue issues that are not on the record, you still have to create a proper legal argument. What I mean by proper legal argument, an argument that goes according to substantive and procedural law. Alright? Okay. So it appears to me that those text messages it was fun while it lasted. It don't seem like there will be making making its way into court. Reason being, told you, the case dealing with minors. what would be a proper legal argument with regards to minors. Substantive law tells us what is legal and what's not, and what's our rights, right? What you can and cannot do. Procedural law tells us pretty much about the federal rules, local, and the what? Procedures, right? FRCP and FRCRP, right? So, with what I heard what Brindley say, and I told y'all that in order for this BOP thing to work, they have to do a couple of things, right? They have to try to get it there. That's what we call it in law, get it there, right? What I mean by that is that you have to make an argument that the BOP and the prosecution, and they tried to, we have some actors like Tasha K, I don't mean to bring this up, but Larry and some of the others, like they're all working for the prosecution, right? That's something we can make. It could be prosecutorial misconduct. It has to be fall on the line of the prosecution team, okay? Then they also, if I'm not mistaken, I also heard something about Giglio and Brady violation, right? Dealing with the discovery. Dealing with, but again, that argument was already made. If it was discoverable, the defense could have discovered it and made it a part of their case if it was admissible. Okay? The judge would decide that admissibility. So, if I'm not mistaken, they're trying to rehash the argument again that, the prosecution withheld that information. Now, I don't know if they're saying they withheld the information about the BOP ordeal as a whole, or that what they're alleging, that the BOP had some direct knowledge or involvement of this whole thing with R.Kelly and the witnesses and all this extra stuff. I don't know of the victim witness. I'm not sure what they're trying to say, right? But it is quite ambitious, okay, for a lawyer to go there. I believe it was too ambitious for Bonjean, and she was like, "Tally ho, I will be, I'll just continue to work on going through the proper channels and getting my client out that way," right? But what happens is, with the way that lawsuit reads, sounds like it's dealing with a bunch of constitutional violation. No, it seems like it's dealing with attorney-client privilege. Maybe, I don't know if it's dealing with work product, but it sounds like it's dealing with attorney-client privilege. And that all would be considered, if you're talking about prosecutorial misconduct, attorney-client privilege, what was the other thing? Any type of constitutional violations, right? So that would be a That would be huge, right? Now, I know it sounds crazy, but don't laugh or don't be surprised if this shit don't go through. Here's what I'm looking at. I looked at Miss Johnson. Remember, that's why I played that. I played what she said about the type of people she's looking at. But the thing about it is, I think, I just thought about it. I think law clerks are looking, how does she, who is looking at her first? Do she have direct legal assistance? I'm trying to see if someone looking at it before. I know someone looks at it before her. But I forgot exactly what her role is. Okay? So, but anyway, they'll, if they find that, if the law clerk, I gotta find out, I'll find out who's looking at it what first. Okay? So, anyway, if it's out on the press conference, see, I told you he need advocacy, right? That's why the press conference. See, they should always listen to me. Press conference was done. Hopefully Trump hears that, or Miss Alice hears that. Now Trump, he can act on his own and help Kels. Or if they look at it, excuse me, if they look at it, then pass it on to Miss Alice. That's what I told you. I better learn of these people. Now, you don't know who Alice Johnson is. Nobody know Miss Alice. Okay, I know Miss Alice. Because I watch reality shows, baby. But she'll be able, I don't know. I think somebody looks at it before her. I think that's her position. I didn't know she was the first leg of it or what, but I think somebody looks at it before her. And make their recommendations or not. So, no. Excuse me. But yeah. Yeah. So, anyway, that's my thought on this whole situation. I'm going to go ahead and go to sleep. I'm going to drop something out. Might push some products tomorrow, Lord. A little later in the day. I think I can get away with speaking up that 12:30. Alright, y'all. Alright. Make sure you do something good to yourself and someone else. Make today a good day and tomorrow even better day. And I am out of here.